Welcome everyone, and we're here today with...
Lucas Serra.
He made the top 64 at the Swiss National with which deck?
I played branded, best deck.
Okay, why did you decide to play this deck?
I decided to play branded because I think it has a very good matchup against Kashtira. And Kashtira at the moment is one of the best deck together with Super Heavy Samurai and Purely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of them.
Yeah. I only played against one Cash and I played a lot of mirror matches, which was okay with the deck. And yeah,
Good.
so let's
Let's
go
jump into the deck profile.
So for the core of the deck, I played the 3 Aluberts and the 2 Albas. I wanted to play 3, I decided to cut it to 2 to slim a bit more the deck. I regretted a bit the decision towards the end. I missed one because of the tech that you will see towards the end. But I think it's okay to play 2.
Alright.
I played 2 Cartesia and the Quem. I think Quem is the heart and soul of the deck. It's very good, and I maybe want to play it at 2. Like a simple board like Cartesia and Quem, it's already super frightening. Quem that sends Albas, and you have some fusion stuff in the hand. Quem could summon Albas back, fusion, and then you start to get a bit crazy during your opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm. That's some cool plays there.
So I think Quem is really good. Gives you the grind, gives you the power, and also it looks pretty nice. For the other branded cards, the Tragedy and the Adlib. Adlib can summon Quem, so this is quite nice. And the Tragedy, it's quite good to play when you get Shifter. Obviously the Lost package, the Mercury, the Kit, and the Lubellion, followed by the 2 Dragons. So what you have to know is like 1 Cartesia and one of these 2 is branded Fusion. Without adding it from the deck, so plays very good on Droll. And the Lost package, I really like it a lot. Kit is like playing for Aluberts, and it's even better, you can bring some banished branded cards from either from the graveyard, the banish, or the deck, so it gives you the follow-up or the setup.
It's a good group there.
Yeah, and finally the branded puppet.
She's part of the family, right?
Just for the joining the other boys. It danced all the weekend. It's really good. I think people that don't play this, they should play it. It's really nice. It's a very good win condition, and even if it is in hand, it's not dead. You can always discard it. It's dark, you can fusion summon it, and you'll have always a way to puppet your opponent.
Alright.
So we can jump to the core deck spells. Obviously I played the 3 branded fusion with the 3 openings, which can again summon Quem. Very nice. Fusion deployment, very good. Go second, go first. This and this is full combo obviously, and really could not change this ratio.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally the 2 one-off spells, branded in red and Lost. When you have Lost, the game is already over, the guy cannot respond, and you just make value all over the game. It's really, really good. And finally the 2 traps, Expulsion and Retribution. Retribution for the grand game, or for getting branded fusion without underdraw. It's really nice. And Expulsion obviously for the puppet, but not only, you can make other plays with it. If the puppet is useless, let's say for some matchups like Labyrinth or other stuff like that.
Like the winner of the event, huh?
Yeah, Vice. Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah, all the way he made it, huh?
Yeah.
Great.
So if you're seeing this, congrats.
Yeah. Still got quite a pie there, huh? Let us show
Yeah.
some plays.
So from the flex spots, 3 rolls.
Samurai, I guess.
Samurai, I guess.
Samurai again.
And Samurai again. I wanted to play Board Breakers in the beginning, as I did last time, but almost every deck is FTK. So if you don't play at least few hand traps, you have no chance. And what is nice, these two are light, so you can still use them to fusion some stuff. And going first is not so bad. If you have Gamma and Branded Fusion, they might have Ash.
Did this happen once, actually?
They happened once, something quite funny. I had Albion, so the main monster, and Gamma. And I knew that the guy had Droll, so I just activated Albion.
Yeah.
Draw a card, he activated Droll, Gamma, and then it was
Pretty wrapped, I guess.
puppet dance on his field. And finally, for the last flex post, the tech, kind of 3 trusts.
Trust in the main.
And finally, the fusion duplication.
Can you tell us what this card do?
Of course, so it banishes one card. You can target one card that's it's fusion or polymerization, could be normal or quick, so it works also with Super Poly. And then it copies the effect.
Alright.
So basically, if you get ashed, the branded fusion works like a crossout. Just set this, activate it, the guy banish branded fusion, and just make puppet during the opponent's turn. Cannot get ashed, can get Bell, which is a bit of a shame, but it's okay. And you can also banish fusion deployment, which is very funny. You see some albas from the deck coming up. Every time I had these guys in hand, I never lost.
Nice.
It's really strong.
Nice.
The only time I lost is because I was playing two albas and not 3.
Oh, you could not resolve the fusion, right?
Exactly, yeah, sadly.
Alright.
So this is very, very good. Totally recommend. It's just a common, so
That's
quite
some
easy to
good
find.
spice here.
Really like it.
Yeah.
I will just start with the side deck,
Sure.
because it's in relationship with the main.
Yep.
I played obviously the Bestials because they add most of the important cards in your deck. Can give you Branded Fusion again with Albion or Saronir. Send the Branded Fusion. If you have send Retribution, you can get back the Branded Fusion, and so on and so forth. The Santa Claus, they are light, level 6. You can tribute for Ibli. Very nice. I draw them once. It was good. I prefer this than Kaijus. I would totally continue to play Santa Claus. Then the Trust adding. So 1 Herald of the Abyss, 1 RP Feather Duster, and 1 Dark Ruler no more. I think it's okay. Maybe this could be changed to something else, because the guy will anyways negate the Trust. So
maybe a tactics or something to go first.
this is coming, yeah. And I
Ah.
played the 2 targets
Yep.
for the expulsion. I trained a lot with base, so I had to respect the matchup. So I had to put a jeans up just for him. And obviously this for Super Heavy Samurai to try to win harder. And finally, the big boys, 2 tactic talents, 1 core buy, and 1 dimensional barrier. The idea is like if you go first, you can side out the 4 gammas, well, the gamma and the driver, and enter this 4 in. So it's 4 spots, 4 in, 4 out, and it's like perfect in the ratio. Maybe this could become a 3rd talent, but this won me 1 game. I think it's not bad. You activate Trust, set this. If it is mirror match, just say fusion.
Yeah,
At some
it's
point,
good with them.
it's instant win. So
I guess purely it's quite good too.
exactly, and you can also call Pendulum. So I think it's not that bad.
Yeah, against Samurai makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of like it. So I think the siding pattern was kind of perfect. This I never saw it, and maybe I respected too much Labyrinth, but well, who knows now?
Some others did not respect it enough.
Exactly, exactly. For the extra deck, I played because of kind of Kashtira, but finally I was convinced 2 Gragignols, I like it by 2 finally. Thank you to the cash players. The 2 Lubellion, this could be at 1, but again, for the moment we have to play 2. The 2 Albions, I will always keep them by 2. And the 2 Mirror Jades, I think it came up once, the second one in some grind game. I think it's not that bad to play it by 2, but maybe it could also be played once if cash is not there. This guy is kind of the G against the Kashtira matchup. You activate Branded Fusion, you send Mercury and the Albas, summon him, and then basically he has to activate the Arise Pass. You chain it, put it to the hand, you can compulse it or just negate it. Mm-hmm. And then you can play freely. So I think it's quite good in this scenario. Also, it's quite interesting because if you have something to reborn to get back the Albas, or if you have an Albas in hand with Mercury, you can get the Albas, so you can just normal summon Albas, and he has to choose. Mm-hmm. Either he banishes the Albas or he banishes this. Mm-hmm. So I think it's like necessary, this guy. The Quartis, I really like it. People sometimes forget his effect, that he special summons from the deck and Albas or add it to the hand. So it's quite good. The Chimera, quite flexible, you can draw. So I kind of made it once or twice. I was always like going more for the other guys. Mm-hmm. But I think it's still good. The new guy, Sanctifier, I think game 3 I will always go with double expulsion, so him and expulsion. So even if I get beasted, I can still expulsion with the real expulsion. Otherwise it's like a good guy, cannot be targeted, and you can just summon back some Albas or whatever. Mm-hmm. The spaceship, I like it because you can fusion summon whatever has been like special summon this turn. So it's a nice Albas fusion during the opponent's turn with whatever special, and on your turn you can just move it and destroy in the same column, so you can destroy the scales against Super Heavy Samurai. And finally, Malong.
Ooh, why did you decide to play this card?
Malong, it's because of Kashtira that made me play the second Granguignol. So the idea is that if you end up in a board with only our friend Cartesia, and you can still fusion summon some stuff from your hand or the field, you can make Granguignol and send him to the grave. And when he's sent to the grave, so it's level 6 light, when he's sent to the grave you can compulse one card. So it's super nice.
A face-up card, huh?
Exactly, yeah. Exactly, so sometimes against sprites, if they don't have any extend, you just compulse the first level 2 monster that they summon, if it is not the beaver obviously. Mm-hmm. And you can maybe like try to steal some game, and I kind of like it. Nice. I was not convinced at the beginning, but finally
people did not expect it, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. They start to read it and they have like a easy compulse. And finally the Masquerade for the time.
Did it came up? It
came up once, so it was okay to play it. I think maybe it could be in the side instead of the Dark Ruler, mm-hmm. and maybe it could be like a Predaplant.
Yeah, Dragostapila is good.
Yeah, exactly. Could be this, but I think it was okay. Could be something else, but it's also not bad in the main. So
nice. Do you have any shout-outs to close your deck profile?
Yes, I would like to shout out to the G's that helped me to make the deck. So Eldin and Dylan, we discussed for a very, very long time, and we finally agreed more or less the 3 on the deck list. The only difference was in the extra deck. I played the Masquerade and no Dragostapelia. Dylan, he played the Dragostapelia and the Masquerade and not the Rindworm. And Eldin played the Rindworm and the Dragostapelia, so it was funny to see the 3 versions. So yeah, I also would like to do shoutouts to you, Alex, for the training, and also to Luca for the discussions, and obviously all the guys that were with us in the hotel. We trained a lot, Bais, Paolo, and all these guys, and obviously the guys of the team, Lunar Eclipse. Thank you very much for listening. And
Alright. Thank you very much for the profile, Luca. I wish you all the best and the success in the future events.
thank you very much.